What's going on, ladies and gents? Kage's here and welcome back to another Beatbreak episode. Today, we're diving into episode 9 titled Utopia. And honestly, this episode had me thinking a lot. Yeah, we're jumping straight into the Shangri-La Egg arc, guys. Everything here feels a lot more controlled, a lot more manufactured. We've got illegal infiltration, a literal mountain of poop, a Digimon labeled a jinx, and a kidnapping. It feels way too personal. And of course, be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and let's get right on into it. So, remember in the previous episode how every Digimon was taken care of by the Gogyosei or the 5-star. The Glowing Dawn basically had to look up for alternatives. So they take this route, which is a bit risky, and it's because it is inside none other than the Shangri-La Egg. And to take down the 3 bounty Digimon hiding inside Shangri-La Egg, Tomoro and the crew decide to infiltrate the place. Makoto was born there so he can still pass through the facial recognition system. And thanks to a bit of internal cleaner trickery, he rewrites the face data for Tomoro and Rena too. And boom, the 3 of them slip right in. W Makoto and Gerkomon for that. Now, I've always been curious about Shangri-La Egg, so seeing it as the main setting this week already had me hyped up. I mean, everyone in there are all hyped up. And also, someone mentions in the comments that Shangri-La Egg might be created to prevent water flooding or something like that. And you are so right. They literally mentioned it here that the Shangri-La Egg was a disaster prevention structure. So they might be something of the sort, might be caused by a Digimon, something in the past, right? And it kind of makes sense seeing how they will be safe inside no matter what happens. Tsunami, earthquake, you name it, compared to the outside. But at the same time though, wow, they start the episode by committing a serious crimes. This is straight up illegal trespassing. And doing that inside Shangri-La Egg of all places? I mean, if they were to get caught, I don't even want to imagine the punishment, right? And Gekkomon steering that car is killing me, dude. Like, where did you even learn to do all that? He even tried to speak like a robot. Of course, he's copying the AI voice, but man, Gekkomon is just built different, dude. Also, something about Makoto being able to enter is still really weird to me. Okay, we learn later that for certain reasons he can't live in Shangri-La Egg anymore. So why is his data still active? Maybe because he left on his own and wasn't formally exiled? That might be the case, right? Which honestly makes me think that his parents are somehow tied to the government side of Shangri-La Egg, so he got that privileges. And by the way, Makoto putting Gerkomon and it just sits there and start hacking scene is too adorable, dude. Now, the bounty Digimon this week is called Numemon. Yep, poop. A lot of poop. Except, and this actually surprised me, the episode clarifies that the poop is actually a metal particles formed inside Gold Numemon's body, not an actual poop. And from what I've remember, Numemons, the regular Numemons from Adventure, is an actual poop, no? Who knows? Which is a great detail, should make things less gross, right? Yeah, well, except the way they animate it makes it feel even worse. The yellow smoke, the way the characters cover their mouths, it genuinely looks like they're trying not to inhale the smell. I don't know, the smell might be that of a poop, right? And I won't lie, it cracked me up. Then Cleaner Haruko and her dad, Sunny, shows up mid-fight. And we see Shademon's ability again. Like, isn't Shademon's kinda OP? Possessing humans and Digimon? Like, if Shademon controlled a Digimon, Not only that it can freely use their techniques, it can also do this simultaneously against multiple targets. We see him controlling the 3 gold Numemon all together. And that is insane. Champion level with boss level hacks. There are just some Digimon in this show that feels criminally overpowered for their stage. And it's really cool, not gonna lie, I like it. And this is where the emotional angle hits, right? Makoto was once the prince of the Kuonji family, loved by everyone, but when Kurtmon was born from his Sapotama, everything seems to fall apart. He lost his status, he lost his home, he couldn't live in Shangri-La Egg anymore. So when Haruko says Digimon are Jinx bringers, you kind of understand where that belief comes from, especially from the past. We see her, exiled basically because of her dad's, that loser. But Makoto doesn't see it like that. He says Digimon and humans mirrors each other. Literally the title of the 2nd and the 3rd episode, Facing Mirrors. And he then says that Kageromon is a part of me. That's why we are together. Honestly, it's one of the strongest lines he's had so far. W Makoto. Meanwhile, Haruko's situation is the opposite. Her father, Sunny, was exiled after getting involved in shady government work. Of course, trying to climb this ladder of success in Shangri-La Egg. And now he forces his daughter to live as a cleaner, breaking into homes after homes using Shademon, committing crimes every single day. And from her perspective, if her Digimon had never been born, she wouldn't be stuck in this life. So of course, she thinks Digimon are tools or curses, which again, that's her dad's doing, telling her all those bullshit. And I just don't know, for some reason, I kind of feel sad for Haruko. Like, she's this kid that's shaped by her environment, right? If anything, the real villain here is the father. And seeing Makoto and Haruko positioned as light and dark versions of each other was honestly really an eye-opening. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Kurtmon evolution line would be some type of an angel type Digimon. Cause not gonna lie, ever since the opening from the 1st episode, Makoto was always gives me this angelic vibe. You know what I mean? And that might be intentional. Like, he gives this Takeru and Angemon vibe from Adventure. And if anybody from the Glowing Dawn were to take that angel and light elements route, Makoto and Kurtmon might just be the perfect candidate for that. Also, the scene where Haruko yells at Shademon, "That thing only poops, I don't need it. Isn't there anything that it can do?" Obviously pointing at Gold Numemon. Yeah, I laughed my ass off over here, man. Taking over Gold Numemon or any type of Numemons is the worst thing you can do, right? And yeah, this is another perspective, if you will. We see how she looks and treated Shademon, right? We can see how Shademon doing his best to please Haruko. Shademon literally smiles when she just, touches his head or something, right? And soon after that, Tomura's group chases after Gold Numemon. But surprise, surprise, it's a trap. Their real goal was to lure Makoto out so they could steal Kurtmon. Of course, so they could make more money out of it. Kurtmon tells them that I will protect Makoto, but Haruko hits Kurtmon with the line that breaks everything. It's your fault Makoto was kicked out, you're the one holding him back. You can see Kurtmon shatter inside. Shademon then uses this chance and swoops into Kurtmon's shadows, possesses it, and then Haruko injects her own E-Pulse into Kurtmon, overriding everything, turning it into her Digimon. And we end the episode on that freaking cliffhangers. And I won't lie, this scene hit like a truck. It was brutal. The moment Gerkomon eyes flickered back to normal, even though he was already under Shademon's control, that microsecond of fear, yeah, that gave me chills, dude. Makoto's reaction made it even worse. He sees Gerkomon as another version of himself, so watching it get taken like that, I get why he cried. Also, the E-Pulse thing is interesting. Pandamon used someone else's E-Pulse before, but it didn't override memories, so maybe Shademon gives Haruko a special kind of E-Pulse, or it depends on the method, right? Every episode opens up more theories, and honestly, I'm loving it. And oh my god, in the preview for the next episode, they showed us Shademon Nene's version from Cross Wars manga, that possession state. Huh? Of course, since it's a TV shows, unlike Nene, Haruko seems to be wearing her clothes. But man, Shademon's crazy. And this is why I'm convinced that Gerkomon would evolve next episode, cause they're going all out with this. She got that cat ear too, which is cute. I wonder if she's going to fight herself, you know, like combined with Shademon. It's kind of cool. Felt like Matrix Evolution. They're like combining, you know, like, and if Makoto do the same thing, but angelic looking evolution of Gerkomon, that scene would be so iconic. It's gonna be crazy and be so much fun, dude. Next episode, True Friends. Will they save Gerkomon? I'm sure they will. But the real question here is, will we finally get an evolution for Gerkomon? And I'm sure we will. Since it's a two-parter, and yeah, I can't wait. That's all for today's episode. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that. Thanks for watching, and as always, this is Kage signing off. Stay sharp, and I'll catch you on to the next one. Peace.